Here's the news for this evening. Outrage as body of missing Berbice teen discovered with hands and feet bound. Suspects held reportedly sodomized him before dumping his body. Tonight, we take a closer look at the scourge of child sex abuse in Region 6. Government continues to face heat as union makes case to keep sugar alive. A man is killed during a robbery while commemorating his father's death anniversary. And garbage pileup returns to the Le Repentir Cemetery.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. There is outrage tonight across Guyana as the body of Leonard Archibald, who was reportedly missing, was found by residents over the weekend. Esther Sobers starts our newscast tonight with this report.
Leonard Archibald, the 13-year-old boy who went missing last week Sunday, was found dead along the Berbice River. Archibald and his sisters were returning to their home after a birthday party at the Brothers Village East Bank, Berbice, when he went missing. Information suggests that Archibald was brutally raped by two well-known men in the area who have since confessed to committing the crime. The men reportedly dumped Archibald's body in an unconscious state in the river with his hands and feet tied behind his back. Berbice Divisional Commander Assistant Commissioner Lloydon Alves noted that based on the confessions of one of the detainees, both are to be charged for murder. As the villagers of Berbice are trying to come to grips with the inhumane death of the young man, a few boys and men came forward with stories of being molested and assaulted by one of the suspects who committed the crime. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. The nation is gripped by the horrific rape and murder of this 13-year-old boy from Sisters Village, Berbice. Soon after Leonard Archibald's decomposed body was pulled from the river, other members of the community claimed to be past victims of one of his alleged attackers. As you hear tonight, child sex abuse cases in Berbice is a burning issue that requires serious intervention. Here's more.
Leonard Archibald, the 13-year-old boy who went missing last week Sunday, was found dead along the Berbice River. Archibald and his sisters were returning to their home after a birthday party at the Brothers Village East Bank, Berbice, when he went missing. Information suggests that Archibald was brutally raped by two well-known men in the area who have since confessed to committing the crime. The men reportedly dumped Archibald's body in an unconscious state in the river with his hands and feet tied behind his back. Berbice Divisional Commander Assistant Commissioner Lloydon Alves noted that based on the confessions of one of the detainees, both are to be charged for murder. As the villagers of Berbice are trying to come to grips with the inhumane death of the young man, a few boys and men came forward with stories of being molested and assaulted by one of the suspects who committed the crime. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Sugar remains a problem for the current government, just like it was for the previous administration. Under the PPP, huge subsidies were afforded to the struggling industry, much to the discomfort of the then opposition. With the change of government, a sugar revitalization program has been implemented. However, it includes the closure of some of the existing factories. In this Wendell Jeffrey piece, we will hear the passionate arguments from both the GAWU president and the PPP leader, Barra Jagdeo, pleading with the government to keep the industry open.
We cannot afford at this time to do away with our industry. We cannot afford to have it wish away like that by the whims and fancy of some people, as we see.
Mr. Kumar Chan was making the case that the sugar industry needs to remain a staple of the Guyana's employment infrastructure. The union leader said that the closures that are now going on are being done without discussions with the relevant stakeholders.
We were told that Wales will be closed. There was no discussion about this with the stakeholders.
Chan kept returning to the realities of the lives which are affected by the closures of the estates.
When you look at sugar is too important to them. They cannot find any other work, and look what is playing out at Wales. That is demonstrating what will be the position with so many others in the other two estates.
The Gao union leader enumerated the benefits of keeping sugar alive.
Our foreign exchange dependence, jobs, so many businesses depend upon sugar.
Chan went about painting a very dire, likely possibility.
Look, we had 1,000 prisoners at Big Dam. And what has happened here? And that number of prisoners is giving us so much headache now, so many problems. When you will add thousands down the road in so much years' time, what will happen to this country?
Opposition leader Barajagdio has made a case for saving the sugar industry.
If you look at the cost of closure versus the cost of, and I'm looking at cost to the country of closure versus the cost of the subsidy, you will find that the cost of closure to the country is greater than the subsidy.
Like the sugar workers union leader, the opposition leader rattled off some of the same benefits of keeping the industry alive.
It has implications for taxes, linkages in the community, for foreign currency earning, a whole range of things, for gross domestic product, exchange rate stability, etc. NIS payments, all of these things.
However, all these realities seem to be resonating with the current administration, as only last week the cabinet agreed to provide Gaisuku with an immediate injection of $2 billion. Only that it will cost the Sugar Corporation a sizable piece of land.
Cabinet considered the report and authorized the minister to assist the management of Gaisuku with their ongoing discussions with the Central Housing and Planning Authority to finalize the sale of lands and to facilitate payment for such lands to Gaisuku urgently.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Coming up after the break, a man commemorating his father's death anniversary is shot and killed during a robbery. And garbage pileup returns to the Le Repentir Cemetery. Stay with us.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
On Sunday, September 24, 2017, the Central Housing and Planning Authority is inviting residents of Block F, Sophia and Plum Park to a consultation meeting at Block F, Sophia Playground and Sophia Practical Instructional Center, respectively. The consultation will address the reformulation of the road network upgrade and expansion program. The project, which will be undertaken through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, and entails road upgrades, street lights and sidewalks, upgrades to playgrounds and community buildings, and subsidies for construction of core homes and home improvement projects. Starting time, 16 hours at both locations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here once again. It's the clearance mega birthday sale, and it's going to be happening for 2 days on the 21st and the 22nd of September. So come down and enjoy half off store-wide on all dresses, jeans, tops, shoes, accessories, and everything that you need to give you that beautiful sizzling look. And for the fellas, come down and enjoy half off selected dress shirts and jeans, half off all kind of cool shoes and sneakers, plus continuous discounts store-wide. The sale happens for 2 days only on the 21st and the 22nd of September. It's the Clearance Big Mega Birthday Sale, celebrating with style and amazing deals. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. A family gathered to commemorate the one-year death anniversary of their patriarch was plunged into further mourning when armed bandits invaded their home at Isla Penitence on Saturday evening. Esther Sobers visited the family and filed this report.
Baby Shahid should have been happily celebrating her 83rd birthday today with her family is now mourning the death of her son, Fazl Shahid, who was killed when two armed men invaded a home at 194 Freeman Street, East La Penitence on Saturday evening. Shahid of Albion was at home for a family gathering to celebrate the one-year death anniversary of his father, Abdul Hanif. Two of Shahid's brothers who had traveled from overseas for the anniversary were also shot during the home invasion. They are receiving treatment. Bibi, the wife of Abdul Hanif, turns 83 and another family celebration was planned. Raymond Shahid, the dead man's eldest brother, recounted what happened that night.
We were keeping our father's one-year Islamic function. My brother who died was down there washing up some utensils and so, and as soon as they jumped the fence, they scrambled my mother, if that is the right word I should use, put her face down, and that included my sister and my sister-in-law. So, and they asked him not, they told him not to look at them, and so there was nothing that they could have actually seen. All they could have heard was some commotion and gunshots. Now, what I would have assumed, and based on what, because I had some discussions with my two brothers today, and what I assumed happened is that when they put the female folks to lie down on the floor, they now attacked, not by shooting them first, but they pointed a gun to my brother who was lying down on the couch, right? And they didn't realize the other brother, one of the other brothers was using the washroom and he was coming out. And when he saw this, it is alleged that he raised some object in defense. I suppose it was a knee-jerk reaction, and he raised, and that is when, because of that, that is when he was shot. And subsequently, my other brother, right, tried to come to his assistance, and he was shot. The other brother who was there in the yard walked around the front door, and after hearing all the commotion, and that is where, when he approached the front door, he was blasted.
Shahid said that his brother was shot about 4 times by the bandits and died before he was admitted to the hospital. He also claims that it was a botched robbery and the bandits had assumed his family from overseas came with significant amount of cash and other valuables.
What they perceived to be, lots of money coming in and so. But that was not the case. But what I can say is that they took away my brother's wedding bands, right, that they were wearing on their fingers. And at this point here, I do not think, because I spoke to my sister, I do not think anything else was taken, because when my brothers retaliated, they were not geared for that, and they were young guys. I think they were 17 and 18 approximately. That's approximately.
Police have arrested 3 suspects who are cooperating with investigators. I'm Esther Sobers reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Esther. When the Granger administration came to power in 2015, the capital city underwent a massive cleanup campaign. Tons of garbage that had piled up for years was removed. Part of that cleanup spree saw a large-scale facelift to the Le Repentir Cemetery, which was overrun with bushes. Over the years, it had become an unofficial garbage dump, full of tall bushes, trash, grass, and trees. However, a mere 2 years later, the garbage has returned, and the cemetery is again in a deplorable condition. Today, Wendell Jeffrey visited the cemetery and then spoke with the mayor. Here is his report.
From dead animals to old furniture to discarded home appliances, nothing seemed to escape the limit of what some very lawless citizens would dump illegally in the La Repentir Cemetery. A cursory drive through the cemetery will reveal the extent of the unconscionable and wanton dumping of refuse in just about every corner of the cemetery. Asked about the return of the garbage pileup, Mayor Patricia Chase Green said this.
There are persons who are willfully going out to dump garbage in the cemetery. We have a regular once-a-week collection of garbage in every community. And we have the special arrangements for the commercial garbage in the downtown area. But again, you see trucks driving in and driving out after dumping garbage in the city. So I would want to feel it's a willful act.
Some time ago, the town clerk, Royston King, said that to reduce the abuse of the cemetery, the city council was budgeting to invest in the construction of fences and gates around the cemetery. Channel 2 Headline News noticed that most of the gates are in place. However, it appears that they are not being used as planned.
But those that can close, we close, but they find other ways and means of going through. Well, we're trying some of those gates, they might be just there, but they cannot be properly closed. They have to have some work done in it. And as soon as the mechanical workshop can complete the works in that, we'll have them all closed. Well, I'm hearing that. I know there is a person who would have reported to me that there was a canter dropping, and I asked to get the name of the number of the truck, because if you get the number of the truck, you get the owner. That has not been forthcoming. My understanding that the constabulary had sent out a crew. What happened thereafter, I'm not aware of.
There are also reports that some of the constables are taking bribes from the people who they catch dumping illegally, to which the mayor said she will launch an investigation.
You were saying to me now that he said that they did come, lock up the person, then the person was released after. I will have to have that investigated by the chief constable.
It appears that the council had placed some dumpsters in the cemetery, but never returned to collect them. All the dumpsters have since rotted in place. For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Amerindian Heritage Month celebration shifted to Kuru Kururu over the weekend as the community became the showcase for a variety of cultural elements of Amerindians. Here's more. Sunday night, the community of Kurukururu came alive with food, games, music, and cultural presentations as part of Amerindian Heritage Month celebrations. Despite being Guyana's first people, most coastlanders have a limited knowledge of Amerindian culture and history. Minister of Public Affairs, Dawn Hastings Williams, was the guest of honor. She sees the cultural value of this month's events, for they give Guyanese a chance to learn in a way that brings the whole community together.
That I held on the coast here in of the highway in Yarragabran and these places, it brings people together, just like any other event. I mean, like Diwali and Pago and all those things.
The event celebrated the culture and contributions of Guyana's indigenous communities. Minister Hastings Williams was happy to see the diverse turnout.
Heritage, where I have really seen diversity. I've seen like social cohesion. It is not just only Amerindians, but you see all races coming out together to enjoy themselves with their indigenous brothers and sisters. And that made me feel very happy this afternoon to see that other Guyanese, you know, are coming together to have fun during this heritage.
Still ahead, we have our regional news, world news, ride around town and beyond. Look no further than Oasis Ride taxi service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here once again. It's the clearance mega birthday sale, and it's going to be happening for 2 days on the 21st and the 22nd of September. So come down and enjoy half off store-wide on all dresses, jeans, tops, shoes, accessories, and everything that you need to give you that beautiful sizzling look. And for the fellas, come down and enjoy half off selected dress shirts and jeans, half off all kind of cool shoes and sneakers, plus continuous discounts store-wide. The sale happens for 2 days only on the 21st and the 22nd of September. It's the Clearance Big Mega Birthday Sale, celebrating with style and amazing deals. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
On Sunday, September 24, 2017, the Central Housing and Planning Authority is inviting residents of Block F, Sophia and Plum Park to a consultation meeting in the Block F, Sophia Playground and Sophia Practical Instructional Center, respectively. The consultation will address the reformulation of the road network upgrade and expansion program. The project, which will be undertaken through a loan from the Inter-American Development Bank, and entails road upgrades, street lights and sidewalks, upgrades to playgrounds and community buildings, and subsidies for construction of core homes and home improvement projects. Starting time, 16 hours at both locations.
Place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's for dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. And news from the region now. In Barbados, there is a move to get more Latin American visitors to the island. More from Barbados Nation News.
Efforts are ongoing to market Barbados as a viable destination for Latin American and Caribbean travelers. Word of this comes from the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc.'s Director of Marketing for the region, Corey Garrett. He was speaking on Thursday during the launch of Tourism and Maritime Week 2017 at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. Mr. Garrett said Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Chile, and Argentina had been identified as potential markets.
We've broken these markets and dissect them, continue to dissect them into marketing capitalization priority, and by that what I mean is obviously where we can get the most incoming travel numbers from. So those efforts are very much continuing, they're steadily on track. I'm sure most of you would know, of course, we had the suspension of the Avianca flight. I think this morning we could say that we are working to get that flight back up in the air very shortly, so we can look forward to that. So definitely there's no lackluster or loss of interest towards the Latin American market. We're hoping, of course, to make it a much more larger contributing market to the overall incoming tourism figures in the next couple of months and years, and that's what my team and I and the BTMI we're working towards. So there's no withdrawal or no pullback, so to speak. In regards to the Caribbean, as you rightly said, the Caribbean has always and forever continues to be low-hanging fruit. Our neighbors, of course, are not only our greatest assets when it comes to business and commerce, but also to travel. Many persons want to get away for the weekend getaway, they want to come to Barbados for a particular event, etc. So what we're really doing, of course, we're working with all the airlines, the Caribbean carriers, to see how best we could develop strategies and key times of year.
And internationally, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has won a 4th term in office, but her party has seen the worst result in her 12 years in power. More from Al Jazeera.
A moment of celebration for the Christian Democrats, confirmed in first place, but for some it was a hollow victory. They lost almost 100 seats in this election. So although Angela Merkel will very probably remain as Chancellor, this was a chastening moment.
Of course we are facing a huge test, the AfD entering Parliament. We will carry out a profound analysis because we want to win back the voters of the AfD by solving problems and listening to their worries and sometimes their fears, but above all, through good politics.
And there are many of those voters. 4 years ago, the far-right Alternative for Germany party failed to win any seats in its first federal election campaign. This time, with an anti-refugee, anti-Islam platform, it nearly trebled its vote and will be the 3rd largest party in Parliament.
We've been given an electoral mandate and we will accept this electoral mandate with humility because millions of voters have given us their trust to carry out constructive opposition work in the German Parliament, and we will deliver, ladies and gentlemen, we will deliver.
For the Social Democrats, this was a disastrous election. Martin Schulz led them to their worst result since World War II. He and his party will now form the main opposition in Parliament, which means Angela Merkel must now try to form what's called the Jamaica Coalition after the colours of its national flag, taking in the Greens and the Free Democrats, a combination that has never been tried at a federal level.
Actually, it looks like Angela Merkel is the comfortable winner, but she really lost significantly, and she leads the party which lost most in this election in comparison to the last election. So hopefully the CDU will learn this lesson too, that they have to change something, because otherwise they will be defeated at the next elections.
The Christian Democrats are doing their best to enjoy this evening, but at the back of some people's minds in this room might well be the thoughts of how difficult it will be to form a coalition in the next Parliament, that there will be more than 80 members of the far right in that Parliament, and that perhaps, just perhaps, some of Angela Merkel's authority has now been dented. Dominic Kane, Al Jazeera, Berlin.
And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Monday, the 25th of September, 2017. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and ch2headlinenews.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.